Hey guys, let's get warmed up and get the body prepped for some movement. Let's line those feet up straight. Let's tuck the tails under, squeezing the butt tight, abs tight. Rolling those shoulders wide, keeping those shoulder blades down. We're gonna start with the side bend here. As you go into your side bend, your eyes are gonna look up towards the ceiling. One breath there, and then move into the other side. One breath per side, moving side to side. Keep those eyes up. Remember to keep trying to pull your ear and your shoulder apart from each other as you bend. Trying to keep minimal movement from the ribs and the hips as you go side to side here. And then let's come back to the middle. We're gonna bring your chins down to your chest. From your chest, we're gonna pretend there's a rod going through the middle of your head, and you're gonna rotate your head around that rod, keeping your chin pinned down to your chest, keeping your shoulders down. Again, we're gonna take a breath into that stomach, preferably through the nose, one breath per side. Just nice and easy side to side, just going to the point where you feel some tension pick up, not pushing past any tension. Keep your feet grounded, keep your butt tight. And let's bring the heads up. We're gonna unlock the knees. We're gonna tuck your tailbone under, butt tight, keeping the stomach tight here, keeping the shoulders down. We're gonna pull those shoulder blades as far apart as you can. From here, we're gonna go into a side bend, squeezing your side tight, bringing your ribs and hip together on one side, then over to the other side. Once you come back to the middle, standing straight up, squeezing your butt tight, pulling your shoulder blades all the way back. Then when you wanna bend again, knees unlock, tail tucked, pull those shoulder blades apart. One bend to each side here, standing tall, squeezing tight. A few more times here. Standing tall, keeping the tails tucked, shoulders down. We're gonna reach the arms straight forward. From there, one arm's gonna lift up all the way, keeping your ear away from your shoulder and ear away from each other, pulling your shoulder blade down, stomach tight. Want the hips facing straight forward here. And you'll pull your arm back around, shoulder blade stays down, reach the other side back. Moving back and forth here. Once you get your arms back to the front, we're going to turn the hands so the palms are down. Then you're going to pull your shoulder blades back, pinching the shoulder blades. We're going to move the arms up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor, back to the middle, all the way back out. Going to pinch those shoulder blades again, both directions, nice and slow here. Just feeling out the range of motion in your shoulders. You should keep your stomach tight, butts engaged, feet are gripping the ground firmly. After that, we're gonna relax. We're gonna move into the wrists. We're gonna turn the palm up towards the ceiling. Your other hand's gonna grab a hold of your fingers. We're gonna straighten the elbow all the way out. You're gonna gently pull your fingers back so you feel some tension pick up. We're gonna hold for a second there. Then you're gonna activate the muscles on top of your forearm to bring your hand so it's facing straight ahead. Pull back, and then back to straight ahead. A few more times here. And let's switch hands, turn the other palm over, grab hold of your fingers, straighten your elbow out, gently pull back, and then activate that form to pull back up. Relax there. Now we're going to turn the palm down. We're going to do a similar idea. We're still grabbing the hand. This time we're going to grab higher up on the hand by the thumb. On the palm side, you want your thumb that's going to be pulling, you want that thumb almost to the top of your palm there. That thumb's going to be pushing up gently on your wrist while the other fingers pull down. So have the elbows straight here. You're going to be pulling your palm back towards you. A little pause there. Then now we're activating the top of the forearm to pull back up to the middle. Gently pull down, pressing your thumb up into your wrist to mobilize, and then pull back to the middle. And switch sides. Thumb up the top side of your palm, grabbing the top side of your arm, elbow straight. Pull your wrist back, press the thumb in, activate the top of your forearm to pull back. And relax there. Next, we're going to move down to the hips. We're going to put your hands on your hips. We're going into anterior and posterior pelvic tilts. So we go into the posterior pelvic tilt, squeeze the butt tight, tucking the tail under, squeezing your abs tight, trying to lift the front of those hips up. One breath there. Then we're sticking your tail back behind you, trying to keep your ribs in one place, sticking your tail back until the back of those hamstrings grab on. Nice and gently moving back and forth here. And keep breathing into your stomach as you transition, finding those tension points, and that posterior tuck and that anterior tilt. Find a spot in the middle there. We're going to move the hips side to side, up and down. One knee's going to bend, that hip's going to drop. The other side's going to stay straight. That foot presses in, trying to raise your hip up tall. We're trying to avoid moving side to side here, just moving in nice straight lines. Breath at a time. Continue to breathe into the stomach. Feeling the stretch on that long leg hip out to the side. After that, we're going to move into the middle. Stomach tight, shoulders back. We're going to press the hips back as far as you can behind your heels, engaging those hamstrings, keeping that spine long. Coming up, squeezing the butt tight, keeping the abs engaged tight. Hinge your back each time. Remember to breathe. Next, we're going to take a similar concept, except now we're going to hinge out to the side. You're going to shift your weight over to one leg. We're going to bend that knee. From there, we're going to tilt the hip out to the side. Stomach stays engaged, chest stays up. Press down as far as you can, getting into the side of that hip, then into the middle. Bend the other knee, shift your weight, press out to the side. and back to the middle. Now we're gonna take the feet out wider than hip width apart. We're gonna bring the hands above your knees, going into a knee circle. We're balancing on the outside edges of your feet, going as slow as you can control here, keeping your balance right in the center. Abs stay tight. And stand up from there. We're gonna bring the legs close together. Now we're gonna go into an ankle circle. Pressing one leg down, making the biggest circle you can with your ankle. And switch sides. Lock that other leg into the ground, press the floor away. All right, from there we're gonna go into our squat stance. We're gonna go into a developmental squat. Want the stomach tight. Gonna hinge back, reaching down, grabbing hold of your ankles or toes. Keeping your chest up, abs tight, driving those knees apart while keeping full foot contact. Once you get down to the bottom, we're gonna release those arms up in the air. Exhale, stand up, pressing through the heels. Each time you go down, hinge first, grab a hold of your ankles or your toes, actively pull yourself down, only as far as you can keep your heels into the ground, maintaining your balance. And relax.